Okay, it's spinning, and we are live. What's up, YouTube?
What's
It is
up,
I,
everybody?
Tenzin, 1/3 of the SOS, here with Little Borough B,
What's up,
Folk and
everybody?
Low
What's
Spin
up?
Make It, and to my right, hold on, I gotta look left.
Yes.
It's not a demigod.
Oh, it's this way. Hi, how you doing? It's good to be here.
Yeah,
What?
I knew I had to get not a demigod on the show, for two reasons. A, he's a degenerate like myself. I confided in him that if Blue Diamond was real, I would clap, and he agreed wholeheartedly.
For sure. Yeah,
And also,
100%.
just through looking at his stories, I found out he has suffered through the best. And when I say suffered, I'm going to explain that momentarily. He has suffered through the best fighting game, well, the best Street Fighter game known as Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Yes.
Now,
Third Strike is amazing.
when I say suffered, it's a good game, B,
Okay.
but it will piss you off to no avail. Like, because I got Street Fighter Third Strike online on 360. Cause I was like, oh yeah, I remember this game when I was a kid, bro. I'm gonna have so much fun. That shit took. I know a decade of my life is gone from the salts that built up in me. Like, like playing, bro. Like, I'd be and then not a demigod. Like, if you ever hear me rage, it'll be like the most nonsensical. I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, of course you blocked that. Like,
Hmm.
but yeah, but obviously they're gonna block it. I just tried to
Yeah.
do a wake up special like
Right.
blind, you know what I mean?
You
So
judging their character based on how they playing. That's hobby.
and Demigod, you understood the horror known as Makoto in good hands.
Oh, one of my roommates be playing Makoto consistently, and it's just the worst feeling getting beat by her, like as a character. It's because she can dash all the way across screen, and I'm like, of course you just gonna keep using that move. How am I supposed to react?
Yeah, like that punch, like Yato.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it sucks because she's hard to play, so like you have no choice but to respect the people who know how to play her.
Yeah, you definitely put in the effort, so I'll give it to you, but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Anyway, Demigod, let's go on and get the conventional questions out of the way. So, what inspired you to be an artist, young man?
So, I started off wanting to do animation because I watched like Naruto and the Boondocks at the same time. So I started off doing like some stop motion stuff mostly, and then got a drawing tablet and started doing actual animation.
So
And when I was like,
for the people who aren't familiar, stop motion is that like similar to like Robot Chicken and stuff like that?
yeah, pretty much. Except I was doing it with like paper things at first and then started doing the claymation stuff after. So it would
Ooh.
be like you draw a bunch of
Yeah.
pages and make flip books. I was just doing a bunch of those.
Oh, like the cat that under.
Yeah. Exactly. The fliporamas. Yeah, I was doing that.
Yes.
That was me.
See, you are a man of culture.
I understand. But yeah, after I got the drawing tablet, I was doing animation, but I was like, this looks like awful. So I had to learn how to draw before I could start doing animation.
Oh.
And I just started drawing since like sophomore year of high school, kept doing that. And eventually I started liking doing that more than animation. So that's
Well,
like
so
what I'm
hold on.
focused on now.
So when did you start animation? Like, how old were you when you started dipping and dabbling in animation?
I was like in eighth grade when
What
I
the fuck?
started doing animation. Yeah. Cause I was like,
That's
I need to
crazy.
find something that I like very early, like immediately. So that was my hobby for a while.
That's
If
crazy.
you
Did you with the stop motion? Did you ever do like the little Lego joints? Because I remember that used to be like real big on YouTube at one time. Like people would do the little stop motion
Hmm.
Lego videos and stuff. Did you ever do those?
I never got into that. Like, I wish I would have, because I feel like it would have put me on and I would have gone viral. But
Yeah.
nah, I just ended up not having like Legos and stuff. So I was just using the claymation and like
Yeah.
Play-Doh and things like that for school projects or whatever. I would take any opportunity I could find to just be
I
like,
would
I can make a animation, so I'm gonna just do that for a bunch of these projects.
Right.
So if you don't mind
But
me
never the
asking, like,
Lego.
what area did you go to school in? Like
I was in Cobb County.
Cobb. Okay, that.
Yeah.
So like, do they have like like courses like that, like tech courses available for like anime stuff like that, or you were just self teaching sort of, or
Yeah, I was just self teaching. I didn't even look at like YouTube videos and stuff. I just kept like trying different things
man,
with what I
without
already knew how to do. At the time, I wasn't really focused on like improving as much as I was just like making stuff that I thought
just
was
doing it.
interesting, and I would just like watch back 100 times and then make something else.
It would you say that's usually like the pathway for most like artists and everything? Like, because I have friends who like are in different levels of like artistry and everything, and I usually find uh a, like a decent amount of my friends who's like into that similar stuff, like they did kind of what you did, like they kind of just found something they was interested in and then just kept improving upon that rather than
Mm.
going and studying really or looking stuff up.
Definitely for artists. I think like most people who get into like being an artist just start off doing it because they either want to see like stuff that they imagine visualized, or it's just like you want to make something impressive to yourself. Not so much like you get into it thinking, oh, this is gonna be like my job or like something I want to do as a career. It's more so you start off because you just like doing it. So I feel like that's usually the case for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to love it
Mm.
because it's definitely like at least not out of the gate. It is not a paying thing at all, and it's like you got to do all this effort. Because I remember someone, it was like a meme I saw. It was like a page from Attack on Titan, and the commentator was just like, yeah, just imagine, bro, you spent like months drawing this shit just for a nigga to be like, huh, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, especially at the early stages. You're like just improving and doing stuff that you like, but nobody's gonna like give you the credits or like money for it at all because you're not like good enough for people to want to pay for it. You know what I
oh,
mean?
well, see, that's where I differ because I bought this young lady from not a
Oh
not a
yeah.
demigod,
Hey.
so I still didn't take her out of the cover because I don't know if I want to put it in a frame or just like hang it. But,
Mm,
but yeah, man, it was really, you do dope stuff, man. I had to support.
appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I'm at a place now where I'm starting to be like really proud of the stuff that I'm doing. Even that one, which was like sort of an earlier piece, I still like really like it just based on the concept. Even though I could like probably redo it now,
Hmm.
I don't really know if I would.
So like, are you like most artists, like like kind of like hard on yourself, like I'm over here looking at this picture like, dang, this is fucking amazing, but like, do you sometimes look at this picture that you drew and just be like, oh, what the fuck, I could have drew that straighter, god damn it,
Yeah.
fucked
No,
that
I
up.
got it up on my wall too. So every time I look up at it, I'm like, dang, that's a little bit crooked, or I could do that better.
Mm,
But I feel like there's a lot of negatives and positives to looking at your work like that. Like you never get stuck
Yeah.
wanting to repeat the same thing, and you're
right.
always pushing yourself to grow on one hand,
Right.
but you got to balance that with being able to recognize like when you're doing something good and giving yourself the credit
Mhm.
of that.
Mhm.
So it's like I'll recognize there's a lot of flaws with this, but for where I was, that's really good.
Mhm. Sorry
Uh-uh.
about that.
Like, good.
Oh no.
But anyway, but yeah, like you're always gonna improve upon yourself, like technology,
Mhm.
basically how it improves upon itself. So like,
Exactly.
what model pad do you use? I don't, forgive me from the
Um,
knowledge of these terms, by the way.
nah, you're good. I got a this is a Surface Studio, so it like bends all the way out, and you can like turn it into a drawing tablet and stuff.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, and it didn't come with this pen. I had to buy the pen separate, but still, it was worth it.
Well, hold on, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's usually something that Team Apple would do. I didn't think,
Exactly. I never thought Microsoft would do me like this,
right?
but
Yeah.
Come on,
Apple, I would
Bill.
expect it.
Right.
The pen wasn't even cheap too, which is crazy.
How much?
Like it was like 75 for the pen,
Damn.
like just for this. And I feel like they probably got like a bunch of alternatives on
Right.
like Amazon and stuff for cheaper. But I was like, I want to play it safe just this one time. If I lose that one though, I'm getting like 3 of the cheap ones for the same
Man,
price.
listen, I'd be out here full on fingers are us.
No, you're right. You're right.
I
I
don't know.
don't
He's gonna
expect
use your
anybody
pinky
that
for like
can
the finer,
do a whole
bro.
art
Like,
piece with just your finger or the mouse. Nah.
bro, like not a
Yeah.
demigod. Like, if I was like your parent and I bought you all that shit, and you was just like, man, I don't want to do art no more. I have to go against my morals and use corporal punishment. You'd be like, boy, I better see you draw a picture every goddamn day. Just
You ain't lying. I'm locked in at this point. All this investment, all this time especially. I'm locked in on art. I gotta
so
do
is
it.
that like the latest model of that piece of technology, or is there like more advanced ones? Like what?
I think there's like different models of this one, but this one seemed like the one that was most tailored towards like artists because of like the flexibility and how it like has a lot of features like extra buttons on it that you can press just to like make it more accessible for artists to use. But there's probably like some other ones that people could also use to do the same thing.
Right. So I was wondering if by any chance you could like go into like what your process is, or like how do you usually go about tackling a piece first?
So it's changed a little bit because I started being more oriented on like fan art and the things that I like to see. Like I
Uh-huh.
started doing a Jujutsu Kaisen and Sonic piece, and I just uploaded today this Street Fighter 6 art piece.
Okay.
So my process around those things is like I think of like the characters that I want to see first, and then like how I would want to see them composed and what I like that they do the
Yeah.
most. But for most of my pieces, I'll just get like a cool visual based on like one piece of something that I'm thinking about. Like my past artwork was focused around jewelry, so I was doing a lot of different types of jewelry
Mm-hmm.
and ways that I can like focus compositions around unique types of chains and unique types of earrings and unique
Right.
types of sunglasses, to where I'll just get the visual based on what I'm thinking of and then start like sketching out the piece and how I want it to look and do a couple thumbnail sketches.
Yeah.
Choose the best one and then start to render that one. And eventually it just turns out as a completed piece, just not exactly how I visualized it, but usually it's pretty close.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, you said, right now you usually focus on like fan art and stuff. Anybody ever asked you to do like personal commissions?
Most of the personal commissions I've gotten were for cover arts for musicians. So
Okay.
I would get like people with very specific visions in mind for what they want. Not really like, I haven't really gotten any for fan art yet. But the
Okay.
ones that I have gotten are like people who already know what they want. They just want me to like help them visualize it, I guess.
it's like,
Right.
well, you will help draw OCs. Like,
I definitely would. Like,
okay,
if I got an OC commission, I would do an OC.
I'll be chatting with you. But also, I've asked the previous artist, would you draw hentai?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. You know, like I, I don't see what's so wrong about it. To be honest,
You and I are gonna
I
be
got a little sketchbook that nobody's allowed to see, but that's just until I put
see,
it on a different
that's like
platform.
that's one of the things I envied about the kids who knew how to draw. Okay, like growing up, you know what I'm saying, you have these cartoon crushes, and you're just like, God damn, man, if I could just draw this bitch, you
No,
know.
you're not lying. If I knew how to draw, like when I was a younger kid, 100% whole sketchbook. But
Bro, like
still,
I would be
it's
such
like
a perv with it.
That's crazy.
Bro, like
you
what,
gotta be upfront.
like Miss Bellum, I'd be drawing her all day. That's just my own
100%.
drawing her all day. Like,
Dexter mom for sure. I was just thinking about Dexter's mom.
Who was the hair lady from Powerpuff Girls? She was kind of fine too. I
Wasn't that Miss
her
Bellum?
too. Huh?
I can't
Miss
remember her
Bellum.
name.
No,
The
no,
lady.
no. The villain. The villain.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know.
She was
Yeah.
like dating the professor or whatever for one episode.
Yeah, like they met her in
talking
I
the
about the
stand.
teacher?
remember.
No, not the teacher. Well, like, nah, it was some other lady. I think. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I ain't seen Powerpuff Girls in so long, so I have no idea.
I definitely know what you mean. Powerpuff Girls was slept on for real.
yeah, I mean, it was a shame. Like, I tried to watch the newer version, but I'm like, dang, they barely fight people anymore. They just it's like slice of life or some shit. I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see the violence.
Yeah, the original show is like 90% them fighting somebody, and
right.
like 10% the family dynamic, I guess. But they ain't really focused on that too much. It was just straight hands.
Right.
Right.
So, have you had your have you like done any showcases or anything with your art or anything, or been to any shows or anything? I don't really know how y'all's community really works. Like, so I'd imagine it's like showcases or something, right?
Yeah, they have like gallery spaces for a lot of artists and things like that. For the
Right.
most part, my work's only been displayed in like events at my school or like assignments that we have hung up on the wall. But
Yeah.
I actually ran into you at my first event. That was my first event that I was working at where I actually sell my stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
okay.
aside from that, I had been selling my prints already just on like the green space around our campus. So I would just
Okay.
take a table with me, set up wherever, and then have students come and they would like buy a bunch of my stuff.
Do you
But
mind? Do
that
you
was the
mind telling
first time
us?
I
Do
signed up.
you mind telling us the institution you're at, or
Yeah, I'm at Georgia State.
Georgia State? Okay, you're
Yeah,
downtown.
yeah, pretty big campus.
Or is
Uh,
like, are you downtown or like one of the satellites?
All downtown.
Okay, you in the May? Okay, boy, that man
Hmm.
said I wanted to get away from mom and dad real quick. I said,
Right.
but still close enough if I need some shit.
okay.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
that's like y'all state college, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, we got a couple of them, like Georgia State, downtown Atlanta. Then obviously University of Georgia. That's like in Athens. And
Yeah.
okay. The University of Georgia's the big one, right?
yeah, that's the Bulldogs. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why I was
And
getting.
Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is also downtown, but that's more
Right.
like it's a big school, but it's mostly for like the smartest of the smart.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I was
You
getting.
gotta be into like engineering and stuff to go to Georgia Tech.
So okay, yeah. So Georgia State's like smaller than no. Where you're at, yeah. Okay, so you're at Georgia State, so that's smaller than the University of Georgia. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Definitely.
all right, yeah,
Them niggas got their own stadium. It's like,
yeah. Are
Hmm.
y'all like near Morehouse?
yeah.
We're like
Well,
close. Yeah.
yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
all right, yeah, all right. Was so this don't really pertain to art, but you brought up, since you are a college student, it brings me up a thing I wanted to ask. How's it been on your campus with the whole Palestinian protest?
Mm.
What have you been seeing on that front, or have you seen any of it?
There were a lot more like earlier in the year. We haven't really had any since the like whole encampment thing at which college was it? It was a different college around the area, but they had their whole encampment thing going on.
Oh,
We didn't have one, but our university's just been like putting up like signs and things to kind of prevent that
Emory.
from
That
happening
was the
here.
other school. Emory.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the school
Oh
that did.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Emory was the one where all the police came and took everybody down,
Yeah,
right?
the
Yeah,
Gestapo. I mean the sweet cops of Georgia.
yeah. So you said that they put up signs like to discourage protesting?
Yeah, but we've still had like on campus demonstrations and protests. We just haven't had any like real encampments where people tried to set up around because we live pretty much in like a regular city. It's not like a typical
Mhm.
college campus, but there's still marches and people like making groups and then marching around, not so
Right,
much just staying in one spot.
right, right, right.
Mhm.
No, yeah, it's
You
interesting. Like
can't.
I'd
Yeah,
heard about
there's no camping over there. Y'all just be with the homeless.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. No, for
no,
real.
what was it? I'd heard about the situation with Emory, and then I know I think a lot of Morehouse students had got caught up in the whole Emory situation.
Mm,
But because I think some of the Morehouse groups like joined up with the Emory groups, and like I think they got caught up in that whole police raid thing. But yeah, I was just interested to know what it was like on y'all campus. But so I guess it sounds like y'all didn't really have the opportunity really to get into none of that or whatever. So
yeah.
because
Like,
I
was there still like police and stuff? Was there still like police presence and all that, or just like?
We always have police presence around here, so it's not really anything new. But if we set up like tents in some of the parks, I guess nobody would really notice because, like you said, it's already a homeless population.
yeah.
So it
So
pretty much just be like a normal day.
Yeah, no, I work at Pitt. That's the University of Pittsburgh. And yeah, there was an encampment there, but they just got taken down like
mm,
2, 3 days ago.
Mm,
Technically not by the police, but the administration essentially threatened to cancel graduation if the protests kept going on. And a lot of the
mm,
we got Slick in the chat. Was it, and a lot of the kids who was graduating was scared of getting their graduation canceled because a lot of those kids who was in high school that didn't get to experience their high school graduation from COVID.
mm,
So
mm,
it yeah, so the encampment got essentially got broke up. Yeah, essentially, yeah, the encampment got broke up. Like I want to say, like
mm,
either 2, 3 days ago. So yeah, no, it's just been interesting hearing. Like I think a lot of different campuses around the country are kind of starting to falter, but some of the bigger ones, especially Columbia, they
yeah,
don't.
they sent them boys up in there, man.
hmm
I
Did
heard they
Columbia
have
get
like a
broke up?
Well, was
well,
Because
Columbia the
I
one
think
that had like snipers on the building?
oh, I
yeah,
ain't hear.
yeah. No, that was it. Yeah, did you see
Mm,
that video? So, for those who don't know, there was a video. I'm pretty sure it was Columbia, where they had snipers trained on the crowd of protesters, and
Oh,
some
damn,
guy walked up into the building and snuck behind one of the snipers and caught them on camera and
bro,
aiming their guns
worst
at the
sniper
crowd.
ever.
Right.
Like
but
How
how
you
you
let
get
some
caught?
so
regular
pinpoint.
guy sneak up on them? I will never know. I Call of Duty trained me not to get snuck up on like that, and you would think they would know in real life not to get snuck up on
But
like that.
that's I mean,
Hmm.
you need snipers for niggas in tents,
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
But clearly y'all not about nothing because y'all let some regular dude with a
right? A
phone
regular ass person was
like
able to
he stuck all the way
see
up to
your
the
vantage
roof
point.
and got
how are
behind them.
you trained and then you get snuck up on?
But it's
Yeah,
like, but first off, like you got to know how to like hide the gleam from the scope and all that too. So it's like, damn, you
Hmm.
couldn't even do that. Like,
right.
so someone's
Yeah,
able to look up, be like, "What's some niggas doing up there? Let me go."
they got
Ah,
some Craigslist snipers. Just the first dude they could find.
right.
It's
But
crazy,
the
man.
thing is though, like the NYPD shouldn't be short on funding because that's where Columbia is, right? Or
Mm.
Columbia.
see, I'm fucking up already. So, like,
I'm pretty sure Columbia. Oh wait, hold on.
No,
Maybe
you're
that's the
right. I
other one.
don't know either.
Columbia.
yeah, I'd be loud. I'd be loud and wrong a lot.
This is
Nada.
it's a SOS Google search.
Right. We're
Oh
No.
not
yeah,
ashamed to admit
it
that we
is
got
in New
listened
York.
to the.
I knew
Okay,
it was
okay.
in New York. Like my brain, I don't know why my brain second guessed myself. I was like, I know Columbia's in New York. Like, yeah, no, yeah, it's in New York.
So
Mm.
that's nuts, though. Like, look, I mean, obviously, I don't want the anti-Israel shit to get
Right.
anti-Jewish, but at the same time, it's like there were pro-Israel um, counter protesters as well, and I heard they were getting kind of rowdy. Like,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. There was pro-Israel protesters at the University of Pittsburgh one. Granted, I didn't see the last week or so of protests because I've been working from home.
Right.
I had a back injury, but what was it? I didn't see like the last week or so of the protest, but from the footage I saw, nothing got too crazy. But yeah, I guess the university was like, "Hey, if y'all keep protesting, we gonna cancel graduation," because they was already canceling classes and stuff.
I
And
mean,
so,
like, that's
and
what you
then they
do in
was
That's
college,
insane.
though, right? You protest and use your First Amendment rights and all that good
yeah.
shit.
Well,
But
like
Hmm.
I'll say when I heard that the encampment had got broke up because of the threat, I was like, I did think that was kind of crazy that they gave up like that, but to the kids who's actually graduating, I can understand why that hurt them so bad cuz like I said they already missed their high school graduation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you know,
I can
uh
understand it,
man,
yeah,
that
but
like
was like 4 years
you
ago.
know,
Oh, damn.
yeah, I know that's crazy. Like
Thankfully.
in my mind it's still April of
Right. Like
2020. You
last year,
know
yeah.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
hmm
Like my grandma died at the end of April 2020, and yesterday was like it set in that it's been 4 years since she died. You know what I'm saying? Like
wow.
that was like
hmm
crazy. Like it really didn't hit me until it hit me. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, she really been gone. That's crazy. Like,
I
yeah,
think it feels like that for a lot of people too. The pandemic just seemed like a huge gap of time in everybody's
right,
memories where it's like you remember being at home for a while and you
yeah.
remember
Right.
like
Yeah.
what you were doing under those circumstances, but it still feels so disconnected from the rest of the time.
Oh yeah, no, I mainly remember before the pandemic, for real. Like,
Mm,
I remember what last week of February, I was in Atlanta with my brother. Uh, Tenzin, I don't know if you remember, that was when we had came down with my school.
Oh,
Came
okay.
back. I think the next weekend after that was my birthday. Then the weekend after that was when spring break started. Came back home, went out to a bar with my friends who didn't go to school with me, and then like that the next week after that we were supposed to go back to campus, and they was like, hey, we gonna have to pause that because this virus
mm,
is kind of creeping up. And then
Hmm.
they just kept extending it and extending it until
yeah.
finally they was like, yeah, we not
Virtual.
coming back. Like, we not coming
Mm,
back, y'all.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I think did
yeah.
they actually cancel a semester or did it just instantly go to virtual?
so what happened with us is they paused classes until about, I want to say, like the second week or so of that April. And
Mm,
so like it wasn't until April that they was officially like, "Hey, we just going to resume classes online," which was cool
Okay.
for me because I'd already had my stuff there, and I had to do summer school anyway because of some other situation. So I was already like in the and I was smart enough. My mom was like, "Hey, like I think they're about to close down the university." This was when the lockdown had first come on. She's like, I think they're probably going to tell y'all to close down the university. We should go up there and get your stuff like now. So back
mm,
in March, at the end of March, I went up to my school, grabbed everything out my room, and got up out of there anyway. So it's not like I left a bunch of books or stuff behind.
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
had all my
mm,
stuff back, like because I heard the process to get your stuff
Was like
when they
hectic.
officially decided to close the
mm.
campus was crazy. Like I heard it
That
was
was
wild.
smart.
Probably had to
Yeah.
get sprayed down and like
Yeah,
Well, like you had to sign up
desanitized.
for a specific time, and then like with the way it worked, like none of your roommates could be in there at the same
mm,
time as you getting your stuff. Like,
Mm,
and yeah, so and I heard like the traffic was backed up for hours.
I
Like
bet. That's what I was thinking. Like it was probably chaotic like that. Just like
yeah,
niggas
and I went to a small
piling
school,
in.
so they it's like to get out of that town is literally one road. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
no. So
yeah, like yeah, that would have been a done deal. You know what I'm saying? So I was lucky. My mom was
so
like, "We not finna do all that."
hmm
So Nada, what was you going through? When the lockdowns was really going down and all that. Were you just like going harder with the art, or just sort of just surviving?
I wasn't even. I wish I would have drew more during the pandemic, honestly, because I really think I was just chilling and catching up on shows. But I
Okay, he
remember
was
at the time, like I was at track practice when they like actually started announcing like the school was gonna go on break for 2 weeks and then we were gonna come back. So one dude looked at his phone and was like, "Oh, we got school off for the whole 2 weeks." Everybody was running around the track doing backflips and stuff like it was the best day ever. But
little did y'all
I
know, right?
remember going home. Yeah, exactly. That's all I remember. I went home and I was just chilling. I guess still trying to finish some assignments because I guess I still thought we had to turn them in. But um, it wasn't until they told us like we're actually going fully online where I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do my entire senior and junior year online,
Jesus.
and we still had like prom and stuff at the end of the year because it was like when things were starting to like calm down, I guess. But so I don't feel like I missed out on too much, but yeah, it was just a little gap in the time between like us getting the news that we're gonna be online now and like these end of the year events at the end of like senior year. It just feels like a blip in time almost.
Yeah.
But during that time, also, my dad was stationed in Puerto Rico, so I was going like back and forth a lot at the time.
Ooh,
So I didn't even spend too much time like in the states.
Man.
Honestly, I was
what?
And
in
them
Puerto Rico.
pandemic fairs was something else, wasn't they? Them
Hmm.
pandemic
Yeah,
airplane tickets was
very
woo
cheap.
boy.
Ooh,
Man,
that's the one
I got
thing.
asthma, so I was essentially in the house for the first 2 years. I wasn't really doing nothing for real. Like I didn't see the light of day for real, like other than my
Mm,
front yard. But I imagine for people who wasn't immunocompromised, like listen, when I heard people was going on cruises and going on vacations and stuff, like
Yeah,
I
I
was
was like,
like
holy
mm,
on one hand, I was like, "Hey, y'all are tripping," but on the other hand, when I see the prices, I was like,
yeah, like I don't blame
"Well, I
you
might have
yeah,
to risk this
nah.
asthma for real." Like, honestly, no, we did actually risk it once because my mom had tickets from before the pandemic to go to Vegas, and
Mm,
during the pandemic, they was being kind of weird on like the returns of the tickets and stuff. So we kind of had to go. I think it was like June 2021, and
mm,
I went, masked up on the plane and double masked in Vegas and everything.
hmm.
I mean, for real, you couldn't really do nothing. Like everything was
Yeah,
really closed down and everything. So I mostly just sat in the room the whole time anyway. So but yeah, it was yeah, that time definitely crazy. Yeah, I mean, it also didn't help seeing people just do the stupidest shit, like
yeah.
and I don't know how because you're from you're Nada, you're from uh, you know, you're from Georgia too, natively, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, like what you're actually from Atlanta too.
Mm. Well, like
Okay,
Metro Atlanta area.
okay,
From
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
'Cause
like
Atlanta never closed down from what I saw. So I don't know
Mm.
how y'all was surviving for real.
shoot, it
I
was.
wasn't like in the city. Like where I was, it was mostly like I just couldn't see my
Like,
friends or like couldn't go
he's
out
kind
to
of in
these big gatherings.
kind of like my area B, like
Oh,
he's at
okay.
so, but
Okay.
Mm.
nah, man, it was fucking it was trash for me because I was considered an essential employee, so I had to go to work all
Mm.
the goddamn time, and like
Yeah.
I worked downtown, which obviously since it's downtown, it has the most cases, so I'm
Right.
over here like masked up and everything, hoping I'm not like a fucking asymptomatic carrier because I live with my grandmother, so it's like
Right.
Mm.
if she'd have caught it back then, like she'd have been gone. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I
Mhm.
was I don't know. We was all on pins and needles. Then,
Yeah.
of course we had the motherfuckers, it's not real. than fucking dying a week later. Like you, you know
Oh
what I mean?
man.
Nah, I was more so talking about like to me, like again, like from an outsider looking in, it seemed like y'all city never closed down. Like, cause I
I mean,
remember what was that video that went viral like almost a couple months into the pandemic? It was a big old club down there. Was like it was like I swear there was like a video that went viral of a packed club down there, and it had like a swimming pool in it or something. I don't know.
God.
I just remember it was a
oh
packed
no,
club in
oh
Atlanta,
no.
and I was like,
It
bruh.
probably I can't tell you which one because I mean, but it probably I can believe it. It's like, but the thing was though, it's like I said, because I was considered essential, so nothing down here necessarily closed down per se, but I mean they did have like COVID guidelines, like 6 feet apart, only this amount of people. Like, I mean, we was trying, okay, but at the same time, we are in the South, so it's like I don't what the fuck, I don't believe in that shit. Matter of fact, I mean, our governor was beefing with mayor at the time, Keisha Lance Bottoms,
Yeah,
because he was like, I'm gonna lift the mask mandates statewide. But Keisha
Mm.
Lance was like, yeah, well, you know what, in Atlanta, I'm gonna still make y'all niggas wear masks because
right,
this shit ain't going.
Right.
And
Can't
like,
lose
yeah, they
eyes.
were flashing over that, like, you know what I mean?
right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like I'll say, that's one of the few things about Pennsylvania that like, well, that's the thing. Like, you know, we got a our voter base is like kind of conservative, but we got a
mhm.
Democrat governor and a Democrat mayor. So at the time, we was like kind of cool in terms of the official guidelines. It's just the normal folks here was, stupid. And you had like the protests and stuff outside City Hall talking about they're
Mm-hmm.
stealing our rights and everything. And it was mad funny because one of the people, uh, the picture had went viral because one of the guys, he was like dressed in like a gold George Washington mask and like a Uncle
Mhm.
Sam outfit or whatever.
Um,
Uh,
they
what was
always
it?
life is like these fucking. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but it was funny because even though you couldn't see his face, somebody recognized his tattoos, and he's the owner of like some popular nightclub here in Pittsburgh, and they was like, well, no wonder you out there protesting. You just mad people not coming to the club no more.
Dang.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
He got an
It's so
incentive.
obvious. Like,
His money's getting messed with on this one.
but
yeah,
He was
but not
really
a
fighting for
B.
that
Like,
club though.
yeah, it was
right.
it was crazy. Like those protests, was wild, and then like
Like,
then when the Black Lives Matter protests
yeah, I
happened,
was just about to say,
crazy.
like, you got
Mm-hmm.
like real protesting, and like you said, like, I won't get a haircut. Oh,
Right,
why can't I?
Yeah.
Like, you're that mad over a slight inconvenience, but
right,
it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, and
but you
then
turn around and look at BLM and be like, God dang, why can't they
yeah,
just shut the hell up
Yeah.
and get the
and
fuck out the road?
our
Like,
city went viral for the protest because of like there was the two white guys who set the cop car on fire, and then
mm,
like then there was that other clip. I don't know if y'all saw of like the black girl. She's a black transgender girl, and she went to the two old white people during the protest. They was eating at this restaurant downtown, and she went over and took the dude's beer off the table and drunk it right in front of him. Crazy, like, and
Dang.
it went viral, of course, all
what?
across the
Yeah.
country. And yeah, and there was like BLM thugs stealing from. Like,
Stealing beers. They ain't
I
bad
will
about
say
that.
she was wild
I
for
mean,
doing
that was
it.
some dickish
Like
shit to
Right.
do.
I
But
was just like,
But
when
that's
I
like,
see
not
the
like
video, I was just
national
like,
news.
right.
yeah, I was just like, this is crazy. I don't get why she did that, but also like the reactions to it was so funny. Like they was calling her all types of thugs and stuff. Like it was crazy.
Bro, that's their favorite word, man. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
imagine Nada, like, you probably just spray painting a mural or something. Like
Right.
the headline on their news, I'd be like, some thuggish ruggish dipshit is like
On
ruining
me.
ruining the city.
That's why I always gotta be conscious of like where I'm setting up my stand or where
Right.
I'm like doing whatever, because one of us do it. We all thugs, so I
Right.
can't be caught in the wrong place.
So you
And
do
they're gonna and
you
they're
do
gonna have them
spray paint?
Oakley sunglasses too. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Nada, do you do spray paint?
I haven't been tagging like too much around the city. I think I went one time with one of my friends, but I like just
where
like take pictures of graffiti after.
where in the city can you tag at though? Like at least downtown. I'm pretty sure like most of the shit's been tagged up. But I mean, if you
Yeah,
want to
no,
risk it,
downtown's completely covered.
if you want to risk it in Cobb though, you can. But you know, them Smyrna police and Cobb County police,
I'm
be like, what
good.
you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good on
They
that.
them type of police, huh?
I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
like little 5 points is like cover head to
Oh
toe,
yeah,
like
I mean
tags
it's
already.
like
Nobody cares.
a little five, bro. You can roll up a J and smoke it right in front of a
Yeah,
cop down there, and they're
already.
like, well,
Now
shit, it's
that
what.
like is that like y'all's main city like police, or is that like a suburb? Little Five.
Well, little five, that's like it's like a shopping district, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like mad liberal, like
hmm Yeah. They
Uh.
got like crystal shops and like record
mhm.
stores, stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Like
So
Uh.
thrift
next
stores.
time you
Hold
come
on.
down here, B, I'm gonna have to take you around.
Little
Yeah,
Five
we
is
gotta
nice.
put Big John in the chat. That sounds like an area like that sounds like Lawrenceville, where all like the white artists and hippies and stuff be living.
Mm.
Oh,
Uh,
that's in Pittsburgh.
yeah. It's an area where like, well, after extensive gentrification, it
Of
became an
course.
area where all like the white hippie and like artist types and everything moved and everything, and
Mm.
like granted, I don't know what their police is like. Well, actually, no. Well, Lawrenceville is part of the city, so it's the city of Pittsburgh police. So I guess I should clarify that. Approach with caution.
Mhm. So now, like, do you usually, I guess, like outside of your campus, like, do you be in like Edgewood and Little Five and like City of Decatur and stuff like that? Like, and I'm
Yeah, I
talking
just took the
City of
martyr down
Decatur,
there.
like the 4.4 square miles of like opulence, not Decatur where it's greater. I'm talking, you know what I mean? Like,
I
you
was
ever,
just about to say that.
I
I
think
was
I know
about
what
to
you
say
mean, but
Decatur.
I
Where
ain't really been up there too many times. I live like close to Edgewood. I'm not too far, so I
okay,
just be I'm in the bar district on Edgewood all the time. But little 5 points, I go to like on the Marta whenever I feel like it because they got a really good pizza place up there. Pont
was
City
well, it's not Little
sometimes.
Five Pizza no more. What's it called now? Is that the one you talking about or the other one?
I
There's a
don't know
couple
which
of
one
them
you
over
mean. Like it's right across the street. Not across the street. It's right next to a thrift store. So I don't know if that makes it like easier to know which one it is, but I
I
remember what
think
it
so.
is.
Like it's kind of like, is it near Vortex anywhere or?
Yeah.
Okay,
So Vortex is like further down. So I think I know which one you're talking about. The one I mean is like further down the street, like past the clothing store. Then you get to this other pizza place that's like around the corner.
okay. I think I might know which one it is. I think me and my friends ate there once. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Vortex. Quick question from a non-Atlanta person. Vortex, is that the popular burger place that they be having on TV and stuff?
I believe so, but
Mm.
yeah, because it's like a 21 up burger joint. It's a
Okay, yeah. I remember first hearing about that when I was a kid. We watched the Atlanta episode of Man versus Food, me and my mom, and it was like
Mm.
every time we go to Atlanta, I be thinking I always forget the name because I be like, damn, what's the place that was on Man versus Food? That and there was some donut place that's apparently over there that's like real popular that I could never remember. It's
yeah, I
Mm.
like
don't know either.
I'm
it's
trying to
like a
think.
real something something with a V. I don't know. Forget it. Anyway,
I couldn't tell you.
yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. I just wanted Big Joe said Edgewood Town Center. No, it's not Edgewood Town Center. We have an Edgewood over here too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
funny. Yeah, I like the parallels Atlanta and Pittsburgh
Mm.
be having sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, y'all's areas is like significantly bigger than ours, though. So, like, like our Edgewood is like not that big.
Mm.
It's like it's small-ish. and it's where it's one of the many areas. Not as somebody who's not from here, it'd be hard for you to experience but like Pittsburgh, when it comes to black people, the a lot of most if you want to find a large contingent of black people, you got to go to specific areas because most of Pittsburgh is like and the surrounding areas are highly segregated.
We do have a Pittsburgh. Yes, there is a Pittsburgh in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all do have a Pittsburgh too, but y'all don't spell it with the H, right? Y'all do. Do y'all spell y'all's with the H?
I think it's spelled with the H. I think. I don't know. I might be losing my
identity. Where it's at. We got. Never mind. I was trying to remember where it's at, but yeah, I've heard we had a Pittsburgh. I just never been.
Oh man, so
yeah, no, it's strange. Like a lot of like you said parallels and stuff. Like for instance, I just saw like it went viral on Twitter that people just found out that there was a California, Pennsylvania.
Oh, like, yeah, that'd be like. I think there's I want to say there's a Cleveland in Georgia too. There's a Louisville, Georgia for sure. Which I'm like,
I've heard of Louisville, Georgia. So, but yeah, no, like you said, them parallels is like bad footy. But
So like in y'all's Edgewood, like do y'all also have edging competitions to see like who can last the longest and shoot the That's what we do down here, baby.
It's a big thing,
well, they're more so edging on how long they could wait before they could rob your shit. But
okay. Wait, so they're robbing while edging.
Yeah,
they're like, well, give me a shit, nigga. I'm about to bust.
Listen, I don't know. I don't want to be talking too much crap on Edgewood, but let's just say I went to grade school there. There was a Catholic school there. But
oh hell no! Nah. See, they edging.
No, but for real, like the weirdest thing about that was like that school, like it was like part of like 3 blocks that was all white people, and then when you got outside of those 3 blocks was where all the black people was at. It was like like I said, it's so uniquely segregated. Like that's like a lot of
segregation.
Right.
It's that's like a lot of places in Pittsburgh in general. Like there's a lot of segregation here.
B and his mom like gave me like a cool little history lesson. Like they just took me riding around their city and they just said, yeah, they used to be this, they used to be that. White people tore that down. I was like, God, dang.
I only knew about my mom's really an expert on that because like she saw a lot of that when it came to like the gentrification stuff. She saw a lot of that in real time. Like like she saw she saw a lot of that stuff happen like as she grew up. Like it was like, oh yep, that's gone. That's gotta
be tough.
Yeah, right? I mean, after cities slowly die, you can't do shit about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or just turn into something else. Hey, Century
in the building. What's up? See, that's the thing. Like, now I'd imagine y'all have probably experienced it on some level too. But like, the thing with it, like Atlanta, especially, y'all are known as being so uniquely black. Like, it's like I don't know. Like I said, like that to me, I feel like that would probably be a different experience. Like, or for real, like y'all's gentrification would be probably more on like a class level than like a race level. I'd imagine. Like,
I mean, there's a little bit of both. I mean, I know Centric could probably tell you more. She's definitely an A-town vet, but nah, like it's kind of like because there are instances where if you're black but you got money, you can definitely skirt some shit. Because but yeah, white is still right down here. Okay, don't let Atlanta fool you. Okay, because you come to me and Nada's part of the woods. I mean, we got some normal white people, but then we also got
Yeah.
some Trump 24, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeehaw.
I
We had a
be
guy.
forgetting, like, they be in the city sometimes. That seems like such a Southern Georgia type of vibe, but it's so jarring now after living here. You run into one and you like, whoa, they exist. They're real.
Centric said you experience it
A
anywhere
little
an hour
bit.
outside of 285.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm, that is true.
Shit, go to what? Well, I don't know. I mean, shout out to Conyers. That's where I graduated high school. Rockdale. But nah, man. Well, Rockdale's black now, but nah, back in the good old days, Rockdale would have been one of them cities. You know, them
Yeah.
Oakley wearing weirdos. Like, you know, I think, you know, I just have a different opinion. You know, I just think Jews, blacks, and gays should just die. I mean, and that's just my opinion. I don't know why you're attacking me for it. Like, you know,
That is just an opinion. I guess I can't be mad. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
your opinion's trash, nigga. But no,
Yeah.
I really wanted to ask you this. I'm sorry, B.
No,
But
you're good.
do you play Street Fighter 6, and who do you main if you do?
I play Lily. Lily is fine.
My
I'm
little
not gonna
cousin
lie.
plays Lily.
Yeah, it's all about the movement for me. Like, she has a lot of movement options, but a lot of these moves, even when I use EX, they just get beaten by a regular jab. And I'm like,
You know,
why do I
a lot of
even
shit
have
gets
this?
beaten by jabs though, because I play Cammy and I'll be doing the
Oh yeah,
you know, like her command
the
jump and
hooligan
like
combo. Yeah,
yeah, like I try to do like the spike and I'm like, get the fuck like, or I get jabbed
Yeah.
out of her level 2 special. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I understand your pain, but Lily triggers me because like back in Street Fighter 4, I used to always have a hard time against T-Hawk
Yeah.
players. So
Yeah.
Lily is just T-Hawk but a girl. So it's just like,
Pretty much.
well,
It's the
so
same
I'm
thing.
so
All that
excited.
trauma coming back at you.
I'm excited to talk to a man of culture about like what, like do you play fighting games outside of Capcom or like?
Not really outside of Capcom. I played Smash for a while, but my friends got way too competitive about it, and I was like, I gotta retire, bro.
Bruh.
I'm not there anymore.
Smash is never fun when you playing with
People who are
play
good
it a lot.
at it?
Yeah.
It's not
Yo,
just
People
because
who
you
like
be losing.
care.
Like, they take it too seriously. I'm like, bro, you Jigglypuff right now. Why are you
right.
going so hard?
Like,
Yeah, but
bro,
Jiggly's one of the best
Mario,
characters.
we can't
Like,
we can't get so mad about this, bro. Remember back in the day when you could
right. It
just
was just
turn
fun.
on items
Like,
and everybody was just having a good time?
Yeah.
What happened?
Like, for real,
oh
bro.
yeah, nowadays they be like, no items, final destination, your
Yeah.
ass is grass, and then they'll pick. Then they have the nerve to pick, like you said, like Jiggly or fucking Fox or whatever. I don't know who's the bullshit now. Well, obviously Marth, he's always gonna be some bullshit. But
I always remember the worst one was like Ganondorf.
Ganondorf,
was
he was like a slower Captain Falcon, but a good
He
Ganondorf.
gave me problems in Ultimate because I played Ness and Kirby, so I was a light
Oh,
character.
you were a
all the
monster
time.
too. You played Ness. What the fuck?
Mhm.
Well, no, he said
I ain't even
the most recent
spam,
one
bro.
though. The most recent one you
Yeah,
played Ness with?
Ultimate.
Well, okay, never mind. Because I was thinking about the melee because Ness was an asshole in that. So
Yeah, Ness and Ultimate was only bad if you only used PK Fire.
PK Fire, PK Thunder.
Yeah,
See,
I actually tried to play
I
the
never
game.
owned the game, but whenever I used to play with my friends, I just always used to spam what's his name, Ike.
We like Ike. We like
Yeah.
Ike.
I used to
cause-
play Ike a lot.
Well,
Ike.
yeah, because he had the sword too, so I'd be like,
Bro, like my boy Marvis would play Ike, and it's crazy because like Ike is like a strength character, but like the way he uses Ike, he knows how to move quick. And the thing is, I'm like, all right, I'm about to ledge guard this nigga, and I'm always forgetting Ike's recovery. He's like, hiya, and it's like, like his recovery is also a hit. So I'd be like, God damn it, like,
that thing is pretty much invincible. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do when I'm guarding against that.
You ever play Mortal Kombat?
Nah. I just watched like some videos about the lore and stuff. It seems interesting, but the game
Yeah,
looks too stiff for me.
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel that. I feel
I'm
that.
yeah, I could say that too. See, I'm not really a big fighting game dude, but I like Mortal Kombat. But I don't take it too
Mm.
seriously. Partially because I can't do the fatalities. I'll admit it. I suck
I
at the
mean, just
fatalities.
press pause and look at it real quick.
I just be like every time, bro. I used to just sit there and practice them, and I just be like, please,
Dang.
please, and then one little slip of your finger, and it's
Oh
over.
yeah,
Hmm.
you
And
like
Yeah.
you just dab them and they just fall.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
just end up
no.
doing an uppercut.
bro, I just be sitting there with pain in my eyes, bro. I just be like, why? Why'd y'all? Why? I just be like,
You really
No.
got to put in the hours to memorize these combinations
I'm
just to
not
do it on
doing
the
that, bro.
fly.
I be sitting there with the move sheet every time. I be like,
Right. Wait.
Nah,
like
move sheet is
I'm not
crazy.
doing none of that. All right. I think like the one fatality I was ever really always able to spark off was like the Liu Kang uh, the Liu Kang like dragon one.
Oh, he turns into a dragon.
Mm.
Yeah, that
I
one.
mean, you got to play Liu Kang. You got
Yeah,
no
Yeah.
choice.
no, just bicycle kick
Oh,
between
bro,
the
I used to spam that bicycle kick so heavy, bro. You don't even know. That and
yeah.
the Johnny Cage with the nut punch.
Mm.
Yup.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
what though? Like I feel what you were saying though, Nada, because like it's like the animation and stuff, like cause like any of the NRS games, whether it be like Mortal Kombat or Injustice, it's like
Injustice.
you'll do a combo and you're like, okay, cool. But then like you do it from like the same distance, same setup. All of a sudden it's unsafe and you're getting punished. And you're like, what the fuck is going?
Mm.
What? But
Yeah.
but nah, my dishonorable thing, MKX. What was the kid's name? I think his name was Takeda, like the one with the whips. Like
Yeah.
I just be
I know
spamming
what you mean.
that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Any
bro.
long
Fight,
range character like that
Fighting
need to be
Takeda is
banned.
the worst. Oh my god. I'm just like, please. He was,
Bro, that little whip shit just.
bro. I just be like, bro. If you play a Takeda, I'm not fighting you. That's all it is. I'm
Just
backing out the
quitting.
match. I'm backing.
Just dropping the match immediately.
That's how I feel
Bro,
about Sonya, like or like a good Raiden, like.
Mm.
Sonya, especially as the games progress with that little drone too, like because she
Oh
got
my
the
god,
drone.
yeah.
Oh Jesus! I'll be like, get
But
that out of here.
but Sonya never sucked on these guys. She was always some BS. Like
Right, right. But yeah, nah, yeah, Injustice 2 was another one. Well, see, the combos I could memorize those easier on Injustice than I could, which is weird because it's the same studio.
right, yeah.
Mm.
But Injustice, I can memorize those combos easier. Nah, that Batman one was always a problem. That and the Green Lantern joint was the
Oh
one.
yeah, he
With,
was. I like using Black Canary on the second one. Like,
see, I didn't play the second one, so
you missed
I
out.
only
yeah.
played some of the first one like one time. We booted it up, just tried it one time, and was like, nah, let's go back to Street Fighter. This
what
ain't it.
about Marvel versus Capcom? Do you fuck with that?
Love that. Nah, we love
See,
that.
like that's where I struggle.
MVC three, top
Yeah,
tier.
yeah.
I
See,
wish a
that's the
nigga
only one I
would do
ever played was
like
the third one. Actually, no, wait.
Mm.
I played part of the first one, I believe.
that
But
was
I was
back
a
when it was
real
two
little
v
kid.
two.
Yeah, but I was a little
Yeah,
kid,
I had
I
that on
don't,
Dreamcast, the first one. But
and
I
it
used to be
wasn't even mine.
playing,
I played it over somebody's house.
What was
But the
y'all's like
third one, I
main
owned the
theme?
third one on PS3.
Hmm?
That joint, boy, man, I used to mess him up with Dormammu. That
bro.
he
You
was a
wanted that? Okay, yeah.
bruh. This little joint. And he be setting the whole map on fire. Oh, bro,
Yeah,
I didn't have to learn.
Yeah, I remember that
I didn't
shit.
no
have to
other
learn no
moves.
fighting. I didn't have to learn no moves. I'd be like, oh,
That's like some Ghost Rider players. His whip reaches the whole screen.
Oh
Like,
my
how is
bro.
that
god,
supposed to
yeah, bro.
matter?
Issue.
Ghost Rider was fucking annoying. Yeah.
My team was so annoying.
EJ.
I had Ghost Rider, Dormammu, and Wesker. Three most annoying
Wow.
characters on that game. Because Wesker was
No.
so super fast, man. Like just a
You was
straight
just trying to
issue.
get under your opponent's skin for real.
Right.
Bruh, I'm spamming
Who
all their most annoying
who was
attacks.
your main three, Nada?
I played Doctor Doom just because I
Oh
like the character so
hell.
much. Morgan and Akuma.
Okay, so you got two of my roster because I always had Morgan in the middle, Akuma as a finisher, but like I would switch between who was the nigga with the arm? You know, Spencer. I either choose
Yeah.
Spencer or Deadpool. Like,
Oh,
Mm,
Deadpool was nasty on that game too.
yeah.
You know which one
I
I
just like
can
the super
never
fast characters.
yeah.
the one
So you
character
probably
I
played
can never
Zero too, then.
A
oh yeah.
couple of times.
The one character I could never truly get right on that game was Spider Man.
Mm, yeah,
Spider
same.
Man, he was
Well, because
definitely
like
like
it
straightforward,
was
but I understand that what you mean. Like,
it was way before the Insomniac version, so I don't think they really knew how to work a Spider Man character in a game like that. You know,
Mm.
oh no,
so
you just had to be cheap. Like,
right,
Everybody was spamming web ball every time you played
mm-hmm.
against them.
yeah.
That's always the start of your combo.
Yeah. So like I used to try to hit Spider Man in that game and I used to be like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like
Mm,
I couldn't maneuver. Oh
See,
wait,
but
Wolverine was dope in that game.
yeah,
That's right.
Spider Man and Wolverine were both pretty straightforward. But
mm,
now, like for people who are like, I ain't never seen nobody like successfully control him in this raid. But like Wolverine had a mode called like Berserker mode where he'll just go quicker.
Yeah.
But you can
mm.
turn on X Factor as well, and this nigga is like, it's like he just smoked some meth or something. Like he's
I
just
could
going
never.
around.
I could never. Nah,
I
that's
just
too
wanted to
fast.
know the crazy people who was picking like Phoenix Wright and stuff. Like
Oh, them the
who?
niggas who know
Oh,
they're good at the game. That's why.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that and Beautiful Joe. Like I remember,
Well, he was kind of good though. Like,
was he? I don't think I saw one person use him.
'cause, like he had like this air
Oh,
combo. Like, well, you do like, well, I played 3 on Xbox, so I
Okay.
think you press Y to pop him up, and then like you jump up with him. But like you can just keep pressing B. He'd be like, bing, 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 bing. Like he'll be doing like his beautiful Joe moves. Like
Yeah.
I was
mm.
like, damn, that's all you gotta do. That's
Oh,
bullshit.
Tron Bond too. I was figuring out Tron Bond just to
Yo,
be
we
funny.
slept on Trombone, but yeah, like
For
some
sure.
some nerd figured out that she was like one of the best assists like in the game.
Mm, yeah. Cause it was that one diagonal projectile. I didn't know what it did for the longest,
That's like
but
the
then you
combo,
hit
like kept
somebody
your
with
combo
it.
going, right?
Yeah, you hit somebody with it, and then they just stay stuck in the air. I'm like, that's
Mhm.
good.
You know who to me was always slow? Iron Man. Iron Man just felt so slow in that game.
Right, but Marvel
Mm,
vs. Capcom 2 Iron Man was a disaster. Like, hey kid, you want to learn how to do a fucking infinite? Like, there was like this combo. Like, I don't know if it was a glitch or if they meant it, but like this combo he could do, but he can just keep going. Like the
mm.
match pretty much over if you're going against somebody who knows how to do it. Like,
That's
it
crazy.
was mad.
We just
No.
now started playing a lot of the like older Capcom games, like X-Men versus Street Fighter, and
Yeah,
like X-Men Children of the Atom. Because we downloaded this like ROM thing and started putting it on the TV. Those
Yeah.
games are like really solid, actually.
yeah. Cause I heard like Psylocke was pretty dope on that game, right? Like she was on
Psylocke
there,
is
right? Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
What was it? The only other fighting game I usually played as a kid was it was like it was on the Wii. It was Naruto. It was like one of the Naruto games.
Oh
I
damn.
Mm.
think it was like Clash of the Ninja 2 or something.
Yeah, they
And
like used to
Oh,
sit a lot, but
yeah. You had to use the
I played
six.
that a couple of times, but it was on the GameCube.
Oh, okay, yeah, man.
Mm.
That joint used to go. Neji on that game, boy,
Mm-hmm.
hit him with the 64 palms. You, it was a done deal after that. To
Them
me, the
animations were
hardest,
crazy.
granted, you didn't really have to learn a whole bunch of combos since you was using the Wii, but the hardest one to truly get down was the Rasengan on there.
Mm.
Because you had to let because I think only Naruto and Jiraiya could do it, but you had to unlock Jiraiya to do it. But was it you had to let Naruto get beat down to almost like 20% worth of health?
That's
oh,
Then
crazy.
he couldn't just do it.
No, he couldn't just do it. You had to get beat down first.
Oh,
Because
okay.
essentially, like at that point in the show, that was like the only way. There was like this thing in the show where like the only way he could get his chakra level like to the point that he needed it to was to exert all his other chakra, and then the Nine Tails
Mhm.
Fox chakra could take over. I know this is weird talking about Naruto lore, but anyway,
No, it's
their
real.
version of that in the game was like you had to get beat down to almost like 20% health or whatever, and like that was already hard enough because you don't want to die. Because literally, if
Mhm.
they hit you one more time after that, you're dead.
Oh,
like
okay. Dang.
Yeah.
so like you had to get it right in this sweet spot, and then you had to hold the remote a certain way, and like you had to press the button real quick, like,
That's
and
like the
it was
critical art. Yeah.
yeah, it was
The third
so
part?
easy
Oh,
to
okay.
mess it up,
Mhm.
like you know what I'm saying, like. But I remember the first time I did it, boy, that match was over. That match was-
So Demi, man, let us know what you got on time. But I do want to ask you this: if you, what was your favorite? Like, I guess, what was one of your favorite personal experiences, like with fighting games? Like your favorite
um,
matchup, or like match with a buddy, or like you beating one. Like, what was your favorite?
my favorite fighting game experience to this day is playing all the way through Subspace Emissary on Brawl with my brother. Cause we just beat the whole thing, kept unlocking like the different characters. Cause this was like when we first got Brawl, and we immediately started playing the story mode of it. That was still like a movie, like 10 out of 10. They need to do another Subspace for the next Smash game if they're still gonna make one. But with like fighting games in general, more recently, me and my roommates just play Street Fighter 6 like all day. So I was like
So
trying
y'all be
so
whooping my
hard to like, yeah, we just be boxing, but I was trying so hard like throughout a string of matches. We were like 12-12. I was trying to get off Lily's critical art. And on like the last match, we said this is the last one, we tied. And then I got my critical art off on the very last one, and that was the end of the whole set. So that's
Woohoo!
always an experience.
Yo, you finished with the critical art, bro. That's like
Yeah,
icing
that's
on the cake.
the plot was on my side.
Right. Lily was the underdog for real. 'Cause who was your friend playing?
Rashid,
Oh, and see, like, well, I
yeah,
don't know. Well, see, Rashid, like
Rashid crazy.
on this game, like you can definitely just press anything and he'll do whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
hmm
see, I
that's
just
my
play.
issue. He got
I,
so many moves.
yeah, like that fucking what's his level one? He just does the
hmm
tornado, but like he can just like
Yeah,
slowly follow it. It's like you got to approach me, buddy, or he'll jump on the
yeah,
other side of you and you just gonna get.
hmm
It's like,
yeah. There's no way around that pressure.
man, I got a lot of favorite moments, but one of my favorite moments was I was playing, Third Strike Online. I was playing against this what's Gil's brother's name?
Urian?
Urian. Yeah, I played against this Urian player. He was, I think I was level 8. I think he was like a level 9 or 10. So
Mm.
I was playing as Sean.
Shout out Shine, the GOAT.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's one of those matches where it's like the person is clearly better than me, but somehow, some way, like on some okie doke shit, I just won.
I like that.
But it's like I think if you press like forward hard punch with Sean, he'll do a headbutt. So you're like, yeah. So like
Mm.
I don't know how or why, but this man literally, and like it's not like he was trying to let me, but it's like I just somehow was able to get 3 of those attacks done in a row, and I beat. So you just see Sean just headbutting the shit out of Yuri and like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, hey,
Wow.
turn this game right
That's a
the
way
fuck
to
off.
win.
I knew that nigga was
Right.
looking for a rematch.
I am not gonna rematch you if you're better than me. I already got
Bro,
my dub.
because Urian was off the chain on that game, man. I was like, well,
Hmm
everybody was off the chain if you knew how to use them, but Urian
Yeah.
was just annoying.
Third Strike is such a fast-paced game that anybody can really like get the drop on you at any moment if you're
Bro,
not teed up.
like Alex was to me, Alex was the best. Like
Mm.
because he had Ryu speed, but like, goddamn, like it's weird. Yeah, he had Shoto speed but grappler damage. So I'm just like, this nigga
Yeah,
bullshit, low key.
he crazy. I want him to come back for 6. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I like to give him another chance. I want Elena to come back. Elena and Makoto.
Oh, definitely. That's like top 10, not top 10, top 5. Both of those characters.
I mean, because it'll make sense, right? I mean, Elena does
Yeah.
capoeira, so I mean, breakdancing and shit, right? And then,
hmm
like I said, Makoto just for the culture because she was a beast on 4 too. Like,
hmm I need Sean to come back.
mm,
Ibuki too. Um, definitely Elena, Makoto, and
Dudley for sure.
yeah, 100% Dudley. It's gotta be.
But
I
you
was
know what?
debating between either Dudley or like Bison again, but I don't think we need Bison again.
I mean, shoot, I think JP is Bison now, but
Yeah, he does
but
have to
for
teleport and everything.
obvious male reasons, I would like Laura to come back. Okay, because she was my main on
Mm.
5. So
Shout out
for obvious
Armika
male,
too.
huh? Oh, what? And
Rainbow
both the
Mika.
siblings came back? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oof.
Well, what was it? It's we about an hour 10 in this joint, so I think it's a
Thank you,
good
Nada.
place to end. Thank you, Nada. Nada, we usually like to ask our guests near the end if they got any shout outs and let the people know what you got upcoming.
Um, I'm on Instagram at not a demigod, NOTTA_demigod. Um, Shout out to my friend Nobody Nexus, aka Hello Nexus. He's like on YouTube making a bunch of his videos and stuff.
Okay.
But my next project I got coming out right now is another fan art piece based on Adventure Time
Okay.
and
It's your time.
just more Street Fighter stuff, pretty much. A lot of that.
Definitely. Definitely.
But I appreciate y'all for having me.
Hey, we
Yeah.
appreciate you coming by. Definitely let people know where to find us, where to find
Oh
yourself,
no, I
and
spelled it wrong.
oh
Yeah,
dang.
get this shit off
Uh,
the screen. Oh my god.
Uh what was it? But yeah, no, definitely what was it? Definitely don't feel afraid to come back. You know what I mean? Like definitely, check us out some more
Yeah,
and
Nada, we gotta have like a first to 10 or something, man. Like I'm not gonna
oh,
get
for
lit, but
sure.
we can film that for content.
definitely,
That's
definitely.
good content.
Cammy
Hey,
versus
We
yeah,
gotta
Philly.
be thinking about it.
yeah, definitely tell your
We got
friends too, dog.
yeah, we
But
gotta we gotta set that up. We gotta talk shit to each other like WWE.
hell
We'll
yeah.
talk, Nada. We'll talk.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, hey, definitely, definitely. But hey, if it's your first time here, you know what it is. SOS, SOS podcast. We do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We are a podcast run by three brothers. Our other brother couldn't make it here today. And yeah, share the video, share the links and everything, and follow our Instagram page and Nada's. But without further ado, we will let y'all go. Peace, y'all.
Cool.